So, welcome to another episode of Financial Bars. Like I said, it's your host Don Bucks, and I'm about to go over a few things that happened last week as far as the market is concerned, because y'all know that's how I'm coming. I'm dug in business, stocks, everything that's going on business-wise and stock market-wise. I'm on top of it. You feel me? And I want y'all to be on top of it. This is not just for me. This is for the people. Financial literacy purposes. We need to know about money. I mean, we know how to spend it, right? But we don't really be knowing business nuances and how money moves around, right? But there's a whole lot of moving parts in regards to how money moves around. And I like to take time out to let the people know what's going on. So first off, they've been talking about the second round of stimulus checks coming out. So you know what that did last time. If y'all been following, y'all know what's going on in the market. As I put it forth, with there's more liquidity in the market, that means there's more money flowing in the market based off of these stimulus checks. And the extra $600 in unemployment that they've been pumping into the economy. So that's on the table, and I believe that's coming soon. Fresh money, fresh stimulus coming down the pipe. What else is going on? We got, like I was talking about last episode, that we have an extra brain fart. The pharmaceutical companies and the government, they are fast forwarding the production of the vaccine called Operation Warp Speed. And I said last week that if they're going to put the vaccine on fast forward, that means a lot of corners are going to be cut in regards to producing the vaccine. A lot of things are going to be, the thresholds are going to be lower as far as how many people need to be, the vaccine needs to be, have a good effect on. The number is going to be lower, because if they fast forward in the production of the vaccine, that means, like I said, a lot of corners are going to be cut. And lo and behold, this week I heard they lowered it to a 50% efficacy for these pharmaceutical companies. 50% efficacy means that only 50% of the people that they test have to have positive results in regards to the vaccine. So even when they come out with the vaccine, it's going to be, I don't think you want to take that shit. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm saying they only have to have 50% positive results with this vaccine. So what that means stock market wise is that's what we need to be looking into. If for the short term, we need to be looking into who these companies are that's getting funding to fast forward this whole process. We need to be looking into these companies, take advantage of that as well. But there's 30,000 people, 30,000 candidates. That's what they call them, candidates. That they testing this vaccine on. It's crazy. So out of how many people in the country? 300 million people in the country. They only testing so far. They only gonna be testing 30,000 people. So out of those 30,000 people, only 50% of those got to come back with positive results as far as the vaccine. It's wild what they're doing right now. So pay attention to that. They also, along with the vaccine, they got a lot of places that are shutting back down. Like after they done reopened a whole lot of states. A lot of states is acting crazy. All beaches is crowded and the bars is crowded, and the COVID spiked on their ass. COVID spiked on Georgia, Texas. It done spiked, right? So they shutting shit back down. You know what I mean? And what's weird about that is like they re-shutting states down, but the president is also talking about opening the schools up this fall, and he talking about taking funding away from schools that choose not to open. Like, that's weird. Like, you're shutting states down, but you want to put the kids back in school in close proximity with each other. I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna be some changes in the classroom, but still, like, you're shutting states down. Why are you opening the schools back up? So what that means is, if that continues, or if it doesn't continue, let's say he doesn't go through with that, that means it's still gonna be some online. It's gonna be online teaching for the foreseeable future. So what that means, stock market wise, start looking into companies that facilitate online learning. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I meant by knowing what's going on out here. Like, if you're stock market participant, which I encourage you to be, this is the type of stuff that you need to be up on and know what's going on out here in the world. Like, we know this stuff by just simply looking at the news. That, okay, if they're going to be at home and learning at home, that we need to be in on these companies that are going to be facilitating it. But also, what they said was that a lot of low-income students, a lot of low-income people don't have internet service, right? They don't have internet service. So what does that mean? Not only do they not have internet service, but a lot of them don't have laptops and tablets to be doing this work on. So what does that put the kids? That put the kids behind. Like, I don't think they're gonna be graduating on time. Like, it's a whole lot of shit behind this, man. And it's real weird. It's real spooky. But like, in addition to states shutting back down, you got airlines. The airlines taking a hit. They're shrinking their employee base by at least 20%. They're giving people early severance packages, like, because they're not going to be flying as many people for the foreseeable future. They're not going to be flying as many people. I think it's like a third of the people that was able to fly. A third of it, like, that's their capacity. A third of the max of what they used to be able to do is a third of it. So that means they don't need as many employees. So it's like a domino effect. You feel me? So me personally, how I'm playing that, like, I'm looking at airline companies that have the most debt, right? Who's more exposed to this whole downshift. So what I'm doing is I'm playing that. I'm playing options on those airlines. I'm playing options on that, and I'm most likely going to do a put. Now, disclaimer: everything I say is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Always know that any form of investing has some risk to it. Always consult a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my perspective. So this is my disclaimer. I am not liable for your wins. I'm not liable for your losses if you were to take action on anything I say. So that's out the way. But what I'm doing is I'm playing options on the airlines. I'm playing puts on the airlines right now. I'm not sure which particular one, but I'm playing options on that one. And for a lot of people who don't know what options is, that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother video. I'll do that another day. But that's stock market participation. See, this is what I mean when a lot of people be telling me, oh, you can't make no money in the stock market. Oh, you need a lot of money to make money. See, that's coming from an uneducated perspective. See, once you know what's going on with the stock market, you can make money whether the stock prices are up or whether the stock prices are down. So, I don't be really wanting to have conversations with people that already think they know everything. Now I don't know everything either, but I know what I know, and a lot of times it's more than what the average person does. All right, so moving on. Tesla. Tesla's been in the news for the past 2 weeks. Tesla is now worth more than all the car companies put together. Like, it's bananas, right? But their valuation doesn't support that. Like, if you do the math on the valuation, like, it doesn't even, they're not even they're worth that, but their valuation doesn't say that they're worth that. So I don't know about Tesla. I know it's going to keep going up, I know that, but as far as how I want to play it, I'm not sure how I want to play Tesla yet. But for a lot of people that say, oh man, I don't have $1,600 to buy a share of Tesla. Now you don't even have to worry about that. If you want to invest in Tesla, or anything for that matter, you can buy fractional shares. You can buy $10 worth of Tesla. You can buy $20 worth of Tesla. And the object is to invest consistently over the long term. Alright, because what happens is your money compounds and it just grows beyond your control after a while. So that's the benefit of long-term investing. Alright, so what else we want to talk about? Oh, see, one of the reasons why I promote entrepreneurship and stock market participation is because it closes the wealth gap. What I mean by that is there's inflation every year, right? Inflation is between 3 and 4% every year. Okay, so that means the $1,000 you put in the bank this year is not going to be able to buy the same amount of stuff next year, because it's going to be worth 3 to 4% less than what it was when you put it in there due to inflation, because the bank only gives you 0.01% on your money, right? And how do you outdo inflation if you only get 0.1% interest on your money? And raises, let's say, oh, I get a raise every year. All right, the typical raise is about 1 to 2%. So if you get a raise every year between 1 and 2%, and your interest on your money is only 0.1%, let's say you get a raise for 2% every year. So all right, 2.01% doesn't outdo a 3 to 4% inflation rate. So you're still behind the 8 ball. So this is why stock market participation, the people that participate in the stock market are ahead of those who don't, because on the average you get a 10% return on your money in the stock market. So if you're a stock market participant, that means you're ahead of the game by at least 8%, and that's being modest. Like 10%, we can do 10% in our sleep, but I'm being modest. So you'll be ahead of the game at least 8% by being a stock market participant. This is what I'm saying. So this is the stuff that we haven't been taught in school. You understand what I'm saying? This is the stuff. So get in the stock market, start investing. What else is going on? So oh, speaking of stock market participation, here's one super cool, super dope example, right? So I was watching the other day, and they were saying how if you had invested $10,000 in Amazon in 1995, when they IPO'd, when they initial IPO, another brain fart. When they went on the stock market, they were $18 a share in 95. So you invested $10,000 in Amazon in 1995, it'd be worth $20 million right now. 10,095 right now, it'd be $20 million. I don't even know if you can wrap your mind around that, but That's another example of why you need to be investing in the stock market. Um, for those who just tapping in, man, this is Financial Bar Sunday. Welcome, welcome. Share this out to a couple people that need to hear this. Um, but yeah, moving on. So, um, what we got? What we got? Um, okay. Oh, haha. I don't know if y'all seen it, but the Jeffrey Epstein documentary. When y'all get a chance, check that out. Man, boy was super deep. Boy was deep. But what happened this week was that one of the banks that he was dealing with, or across seas, Deutsche Bank, they got slapped with $150 million fine because they basically failed to keep tabs on people like Jeffrey Epstein. Like, he already got charged, and he came to some agreement with the feds back in like 2008 where he only did 12 months or 13 months. Like, he was so plugged in, it's crazy. Like, so not only was he plugged in with feds, and he was plugged in with banks. So one of the banks that he was dealing with was like, overlooking mad shit. You feel me? And now allowing him to move money around, pay different people millions here, pay this person here, paying for tuition here, because he had all types of girls that he was flying in and flying out, and apologizing with money with. He was doing all types of wild shit. So basically, they got slapped with $150 million fine for overlooking all his fuckery. No pun intended. they gave him $150 million fine for overlooking his fuckery. That's not funny. That's not funny. But it is funny though. It's funny, but it ain't funny. But yeah. So recap. Before I take any questions for anybody that's live on here, recap. We got another round of stimulus coming out, so there's more money gonna be in the market. They fast forward in the vaccine. They only had to have, like I said last week, I knew they was gonna be cutting corners. They only had to have 50% efficacy for these vaccines. Like, they lowered the efficacy rate to 50%. So that means the vaccine only had to work 50% of the time for them to okay the shit. That shit is wild. So I don't know if you want to take that vaccine, but I'm leery as hell about that vaccine. You hear me? But hey, I'm not telling you what to do. You want to get the vaccine, get the vaccine. You feel me? But yeah. So new stimulus, more rounds, another round of stimulus. They fast tracking the vaccines. 28 different companies that's working on the vaccine as we speak. 28 companies. Trump talking about reopening the schools, but they closing down states. Mad discrepancy right there. Super discrepancy. You're closing down states, but you want to reopen the schools. Alright, so that's wild. Tesla is worth more than all of the car companies combined. They running the bag up, and your boy Elon Musk, he gets set up for a whole nother compensation check. Last one was probably like 1.5 billion. Don't quote me on that, but it was something crazy. He about to get another one. You feel me? Because they running it up over there at Tesla. Business travel, of course, is shrinking because they re-shutting states down. So the airlines are shrinking their employees by 20%. So I don't know if that's a good play right now for the next several years, to be honest. But like I said, I might be playing puts on that, put contracts on the airlines. That's what I might be doing. More online schooling. being that Trump is talking about opening up the schools, but states are shutting down. Is crazy. But nowhere else in the world is reopening schools without proper testing and precaution and funding. Like, so across the world, I think we're kind of like the only ones that's trying to open up without all these guidelines and precautions in place. So Donald Trump off the hook for that one. And they're saying that tens of millions of people or kids that may possibly have to get school from home don't have computers, and it's most likely low-income people, right? Like who got paper and don't have a computer, right? So not only do they not have computers, these low-income people, but they don't have internet service to do their schoolwork on these computers if they was to get a computer. So it's like, it's wild. It's a wild time to be living in right now. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. Like, I've been talking about AI, artificial intelligence, for a while, right? As far as that coming down the pike, like as far as on my posts and stuff like that. Like, this is why I promote entrepreneurship and stock market participation, because these jobs that you love, that you hold near and dear to your heart, you don't think your job is going to fire you, and you just think you have super job security, right? Well, Amazon now has smart carts. No smart cart, no cash stores. It's called Amazon Go. Now basically you can go in the store, grab your smart cart, and everything you put in your cart is going to be tallied for you. You can just put your shit in your cart and leave, and they'll just charge your credit card for it. So no employees in this joint, just cameras and sensors. That's it. They might have a few people stocking the shelves, but this is coming down the pike. Not only that, I heard on my boy Wall Street Trapper's video that White Castle, now they not the biggest hamburger restaurant in the world, but they just started employing no pun intended, employing robots to flip the burgers, man. You ain't gonna be able to get a McDonald's job after a while. Y'all acting crazy. Like, they got robots flipping burgers, B. Alright? So keep thinking your job is safe, man. Get that idea out your head, man. Start you a business, man. And also start investing your money. Start making your money work. Alright? Because they got robots flipping burgers. Now that's the lowest scale. Wait until you got robots just doing your office work, doing your paperwork. That paperwork you think only you can do, they're gonna have a robot doing it real soon. Alright? So I almost forgot to mention that. So online schooling. So we need to look into those companies that's doing online schooling, and companies that are facilitating it, like the Zooms and the Microsoft Teams, because they started to use all these streaming services in order for people to connect with their teacher and connect with other classmates. So look into those companies as well. Deutsche Bank and Epstein, they done slapped Deutsche Bank with a $150 million fine for compliance failures. They let him slip through the cracks and do all type of craziness with his money, paying all types of women and doing all types of stuff. And last but not least, 50% efficacy for this vaccine, yo. You only gotta work 50% of the time, basically. That's what efficacy means. The ability for something to work and do what it was intended to do. It only needs 50%. So that's what's going on. That's what's been going on in the market. Yeah, so next week should be a doozy as well. We got a whole lot of earnings coming down the pike, giving their projections for the next quarter, the next 3 months, and it's not looking pretty. unless they can get this next round of stimulus out there, to keep the economy afloat. But other than that, a lot of companies don't know, because now the unemployment number is 50 million people. 50 million people that apply for unemployment. So unless they pump some more money into people's pockets, man, it's gonna be a lot of businesses are gonna keep going under and underperforming, because it's not gonna be people spending no money. Understand? So anybody that's live, I have a few more minutes to take questions if anybody have any. If not, I'm gonna be getting out of here. What time is it? I've been on here for a good, let's see, I've been on here good almost a half an hour. So anybody have any questions, tap in and let me know what you got. If not, I will catch y'all next week. So what we got? No doubt, bro. Appreciate you for tapping in. Slap Mobile. Slap Mobile. Y'all on IG, check Slap Mobile out, man. See what they got going on. But yeah, nobody has any questions. Since I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on IG, for the YouTube fan, feel free to tap into rapping _doe on IG, and send your questions of any topics you want me to touch on for the next Financial Bar Sunday. Doing this every week, so let me know what you want to know, and I'll see if I can touch on that. So what we got here? Slap Mobile says, should I keep my option open if I'm making a profit before it expires? My thing is, I'm taking profit as soon as I get it. That is my thing, because it's a real volatile market right now, right? Because a lot of companies are giving good earnings reports, beating estimates, and stuff is still tank because of underlying reasons. So when I see profit, I'm taking profit. You know what I'm saying? So you have to figure out how much percent, or before you go in, you have to know what your exit strategy is. You can't go in and not know what your exit strategy is. Exit strategy meaning how much percentage on this money do I want to make? You know what I'm saying? You up 50%, man, take your 50%. You up 20%, take your 20%. Because unless you're advanced chart reader, and you know when the trends are turning, when it's done running up, or it's that's if you had a call option on that contract and it's done running up according to the charts, take your profit. Or if it's vice versa, your contract increases in value because it's done running down on a put contract, take your profits. You're talking about options, right? If you're talking about options, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I thought you was talking about. Because you said, should I keep my option open if I'm making a profit before it expires? So that's an options question. Okay. So yes, no. Unless you're, like I said, unless you're an experienced and advanced chart reader, and you can see according to the chart that it's done running up, or it's about to reverse, and you take your profits when you get them. You're allowed 3-day trades every 5 days on Robinhood. I don't know which platform you're using, but if you got an available day trade, take your profit. Should I trade my profit out or sell off? I don't understand that question. Should you trade your profit out or sell off? I'm not sure what that question is. You can retype it, that'd be dope. But generally speaking, when you see profit, take it. But if you're on Robinhood, they only give you 3-day trades every 5 days. Okay? And if you exceed the day trade, because if you see profit on that first day, I suggest you take it. Take your profits, because it can easily go the other way on you, and then you'll be like, damn, I wish I would have took my profits. Because that happened to me before, trust me. That happened to me. So it says, should I trade my profit out or sell off a stock if it is up a certain percentage? That question is still a little confusing, because common stock and options are two different things, so you kind of put them together, it's kind of confusing. So if we're still talking options, just take your profit, bro, and move on to the next trade. Just move on to the next play. Take your profit and move on to the next play. I'm not sure what you mean by trade my profit out. I'm not sure what that means, but hear me out. If you see profit, don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. There's going to be plenty of opportunities every day. Every day. So don't be greedy. Okay? Any more questions? Any more questions? If not, I'm tapping out and moving on with the rest of my day. So I appreciate everybody that tapped in, and like I said, feel free to leave me some comments, whether you're on YouTube or whether you're on Instagram. Feel free to leave me a comment as to what you might want me to talk about next, or any other questions that you might have in regards to what I've said. You feel me? And I'll get back to you as soon as possible. It is. Alright, so doesn't look like any more questions are coming through, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign out, and I'll see y'all next week.